Okay, we're gonna make a wreath, and we're gonna use this sign. We're gonna incorporate some of this garland, some of these, a couple of these. I haven't decided if I'm gonna use that, but it's a possibility. And then we're also going to be, this is all the black I have, so I'm going to use these 5 of each. They're orange and then the yellow and black, orange and black and yellow and black. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to fuse them together, and then we're going to make a petal. Okay, guys, we're going to fuse the black to the orange. Or this is an example. I did a yellow, so I got the black on top of the yellow, but you see it's not a very good job on this one. But let's see what we can do. You try and get it, so I didn't match this up very good, so if you try and get it so that you can go in between the line of both. So it's a little hard. This is a cheaper mesh, so and then also these, when you get these, it doesn't have an exact measurement on the size of the mesh, so it could be 10 by 10 and a half. I don't know. So basically, I'm going to pull this one over. So I use these, this time I put these little clips on there, so you can do whatever works for you. Then I'm going to take this one off. So if you see right in the middle, try and get as close to the edge, but be careful, watch your fingers. So you go really slow to ensure that it gets on there, like it seals it. Oh, I'm going really crooked. This one was cut a little off shape, so I just made a hole there. So there we go. There's that one. Now let's do this one. It's a little harder because it's my opposite. I don't know if you can see this. So these might end up being a little smaller than 10 by 10 or 10. Let's see here. Let's see how this. And that gets that. Make sure you're in a well ventilated place. This here area is pretty ventilated. But see, there we go. So I'm gonna do all these off camera. I'm only doing 5 of each because that's all the black I had. I had enough mesh, 10 pieces. So we're going to have 5 with the orange and 5 with the yellow. And then those will be different petals. And then we'll start working on the wreath. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you one more time. This one's got the black on top of the yellow. So again, you kind of go in between the row and you go nice and slow, just to ensure that it gets sealed. And go as straight as possible as you can. I just turn it around like this. I find it easier to do that. Okay, once again. Try not to stop, because if you stop when you're on your mesh, it melts it and makes it more of a bowl. But most of this will be hiding. You won't see it on the outside of your wreath, so you should be good. But that's how you do that. Okay, I'm cutting a piece of this cross-stitch plastic canvas for the center of this wreath, so I can attach petals and So I'm going to do it on the outside of this line. Okay, I ended up trimming the excess of this so that these can be more sturdy. Also, I put one kind of in the middle, in between each bar, in the middle, just to give it more, to be more stable. See? So yeah, now I got to figure out my petals, and we'll continue on from there. Okay, let's see if I remember how I did that. So, curl side up. So you got the raw edges at top and bottom. And turn it, go like this, and then, how did I do that? I think I went like this. I went like this. Up like that. Up like that. Nope, that's not how I did it. Oh, okay. That's how I did it. Not how I did it either. Okay. I have to take this one apart. So I can see how I did this. Oh, okay. I went to the back. Okay. Okay, I had it figured out. So instead of going this way, I went to the back. So no, there's not. I think I might have figured it out. Nope. Oh my. Okay, I decided to go with this petal. It's a lot easier, and also once you see all the outside is going to be, there's not going to be any of the frayed edges out on it. So we're going to do the yellow like that. And then I got to figure out the orange, so I'll show you how to do it. So you got your raw edges, and you fold it over. Now, if you want to be precise, you can clip it or whatever. Anyhow, you go in the middle and you start scrunching it in like this, and then you do this side. However, whatever is easiest for you. And you just scrunch it in the middle, and you make sure you grab the edges, right? Everything's together. Take your zip ties. Now, you could use little elastics. I forgot to bring mine in the house. I brought this in the house, so. Okay, so get the zip tie on there. And then I put a zip tie. I put another zip tie on here because that's going to attach it to the wreath base. And you tighten this. Now you can make them different sizes. You can make them like this mesh is cut at 10 inches. I don't know what the full width of this mesh, the length of it is. because it didn't come with that on the packaging, because there was no packaging, because it's cheap stuff. Anyhow, I'm going to do a whole bunch of these off camera, and then I'll figure out what the other petal's going to be. Okay, we're going to do the orange wreath in this petal. So, you got curl sides up, raw edges to the left and the right. Then you turn it this way. Right. Pull it a little bit and bring this one down. And bring this one down. And then you scrunch it like that. Now you'll be cutting the tails off on these ones. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit. There you go. Where'd the other one go? But that's what they look like, right? Okay, you guys. Let me see if I can turn you over a little bit like this. Can we go like that? Okay. So here's how I'm doing it for this. So in the top two, so these bars here, we're putting the orange, and then these bars here, it's the yellow. So this is how it's looking. So basically what I'm doing is, let me do it this way. I'll show you here. We'll put another orange in. So you can fluff these out and that. I'm not worried about, you know, some people, you make sure it's perfect and it's even. I don't know. The way I look at it is that a flower is not perfect in okay. So you can try and tuck these or cut them, trim them shorter. So basically, I'm going to put this guy in and then we'll adjust, because you can still move them around, right? And I'll show you how that. Okay. So now, these yellow ones, what I've been doing is trimming some of this tail off so that there's not so many strings, edges. So then you take your yellow, right, and it's, instead of these two bars, it's this one and this one. So some people go 1, 2, 3, 4, and some go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 and 2 is the orange. 2 and 3 is the yellow. Okay. So then you just, where's the other end? Oh. You get this guy on there, right? So now we'll tighten them up. Tighten them up, and then what you're going to do is you just make sure that these cover, like you can adjust these, so that these, the reason why we're doing it this way is so that these cover, see what I mean? Like that. So then you keep going, right? I might have to cut more, but once I'm done this row, then I'll show you what I'm thinking of doing next before we do any more petals. right? You try and get it so it's kind of in the middle of the petal. Now if you have to clip some of these pieces off, if they're in your way, just go ahead and clip it, because really no one's going to see that. So I'm just going to take that one off because it's kind of being a pain in the butt. Okay, so we put it in there, and then what I do is I put that to the side. So we got it there, right? Then I get my zip tie, and I put my zip tie, so you want it around this bar, so number 2, okay? And for some people, it's, if they're counting this way, it's 3, if you're counting this way, it's 2. So you get it around there, but you try, so I'll show you here if I can get it. That's why I have it turned a certain way. So you got it there, you try and get it so it goes through and catches the branch. So just let me get that in there, and then I'll show you on the other side. Hang on, there we go. Let me just kind of, okay, so you see what I mean? So you got it so that it'll hold it in place, right? And then once you get that, then you bring your garland, and then you just place your garland over there, you know. And then you just zip tie that. Okay. So that's how it looks, right? So now when we put our next petal in here, once I figure that out, it should cover this part here. I'm hoping. I might have to do another layer of those guys, but we'll see. So, okay, we're gonna do one more, and that's this one. So this is the 4th. So we put it in, so it's in the middle. The leaves are in your way, you guys. Right? Now these are a little shorter, so they might be harder to work with, but you should be able to. And you try and make sure when you get it around the spider or the branch itself, and then you make sure you wrap it so that so if you're going in this way, you wrap it and you catch the bar so that it's more, you make sure it's secure. So oops, I just about missed a step. Take this guy. I'm gonna fluff everything out after, right? So get you over there. And I'm trying to grab the main part of the garland for this. Okay, I'm going to show you this, and then the rest I'm just going to do off camera until about the last 2 or so, okay? But that's how it looks. See? Okay, there it is. I'm going to put it on the wall and I can show you. I'll show you. So we got like that, and then like this. So they're pretty close, just a little different, okay? So now let's do the yellow, and then we'll do the yellow the same way we did the black side. So let's see here. So let's get this back over here. Bring it down, corner to corner, right? And then I believe I just went like this, like not fully. Let's get this guy. I'm gonna get this guy on top of that one though, because these two aren't really sealed. So we might have to bring that one over. And we'll go like this, Let me just roll. And then we'll just let it go loose. See? It's not the same. Yeah. So maybe that's what I gotta do with the yellow side is go have the factory edge at the top and then go like that. It's kind of different. So what I'm thinking is if I have it so that it's kind of like right kind of center to the tip here, and same with this one. So this is what the orange looks like with the orange out, and then with the black out. So that's that. And then this is the yellow, right? Different one. So basically I have two of the yellow black, so 3 yellow black with the black out, and then 2 yellow black with the yellow out. And then so with the orange, I have 2 black out and 3 orange out. So, but this is what they look like. Okay, you guys see? And then when you go your 4 in, so your 3 and then your 4th one, as you bring it up through the back, then you got 6 in between. And they're just, can you see? And they're just touching each other, right? Okay, guys, so this is what we got. So you see how, like, this one and this one are even? So they're all pretty much, they're not all touching, but I'll figure this out. So this spot up here is empty, right? So here's my thoughts. So the sign will go here. Like there's probably going to be, I'm tempted to put another garland underneath here, right? So this will sit up. But what I'm thinking is, why don't I just do yellow and orange, right? Up on here, like to cover this, because then this will be the top. So then this will kind of like the yellow in here, and the orange will come out on the top here, so it's like the sun shining down or something. I don't know. Moonlight, I don't know. Because there's the moon, right? So let me think about it, and we'll be back. Okay, so I cut these all at 10, and I doubled, like I did I didn't heat them together, heat seal them. So we've got the orange and the yellow. So we're going to try, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do this petal. Okay, just bear with me here a second here. Right, this one. Oops. So if you want to put clips at the end so you can keep them even, you know, you can, because some people put a clip here and a clip here and then you put a clip here. I don't. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the elastic bands to put, because we're putting it on the middle of the wreath, so we kind of need to use elastic bands. So you're going to scrunch it over like this, right? And then bring this one in, right, and go like that. Take your elastic band. This is a lot easier than using the zip tie. So you just put your elastic band around it, like that. Oops. There we go. So there's that. Now we're going to alternate it. That's the orange out. Now we're going to do it with the yellow out. So this is going to be the tough one because I got to see if I can get these things. They see how they catch each other. They do a really good job of catching each other. Okay, I'm going to put something there to hold that. So that when I bring them together, right? Because they gotta go this way. Like this. There might be some smaller ones in there. I was adding extra when I was cutting to some of them because my mesh kept sliding. So okay, there's. So, do you see the difference? Not really, eh? That orange really. Maybe when it's on the wreath it'll look. So, we're going to do a whole bunch of those up. I'm going to go alternate. So, I'm going to keep them separate so I can tell the difference. I'm going to put the orange over here, the yellow over here. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the rest off camera, and then once I'm done, I'll bring you guys back and we'll start putting these up. Okay? Okay, guys. So we're going to put 3 across. We're going to do orange. And we're going to do them roughly about the same spacing as these other ones we put in. So it's 10. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you go 10, and then on the 4th one back is you bring it back up, right? Like that. So then you stick this guy in, right? Like this. Make sure that you can get your zip tie even to the elastic as much as possible. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to tuck this behind this other one. Okay, there we go. Okay, next one will be the yellow. So we're going to go, actually let's put the other orange in and then we'll do the yellow. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, turn it around, and then 4 back. Okay, so I got those all in, but that's how it looks. So let's see. So this is the top part, right? This is where the sign would go. So I'm going to hold it up and see what you think. What do you think? I don't know, does it need to sit up more? Because I've got 4 of these petals left, right? But I don't think so. So it's because what I'm going to do is I didn't want to. I might just, let me see here. If we put them in like this in the middle. And the only reason why I'm thinking of doing that is just to bring, I'm just going to alternate them. Is to see if we can bring like I want to get them in as tight as possible. I don't want them overpowering what's there already, right? It's just to cover, see if we cover that, right? Because we don't really need to have them showing on the outside where the sign's going to be. But you see what I mean? That way it brings the sign up. So maybe I don't have to use all 4. I'll figure it out. Because then, that might actually work good. That is there before this is attached, and the sign and all the other embellishments. So